Easy Summer Camp, my step by step through what I'm doing to help improve my shop right now, just before the busy season comes. And hopefully, you guys can follow along and see some success. Hopefully, little bite sized things that we can be doing now. And yeah, so let's dig into it. So, the first thing I want to do is to show you how to have a quick check to make sure that things you've done haven't hurt your shop. If you followed along with me last week, and you really should, because this tool, the Search Analytics Beta, is being retired by Etsy. So you want to check in and get all that data. But if you followed me, you'll have seen I changed my best performing listing. Shock horror, I shouldn't do that. Um, and I just wanted to show how you can check if you have caused your best-selling listing to tank. Firstly, obviously, look at the views and things. And my best-selling listing hasn't tanked based on the views. It hasn't tanked based on its ranking on eRank. It wasn't ranking. It still isn't. But we're working on that. But what we can do is go back in the search analytics and see if the changes we made any difference. So remember, this is under marketing, search analytics beta, but I've already opened these because it can take Etsy a little minute. So the first thing I've done, the good news about me recording a video, is I've got a screen grab of what actually showed last week. Now, what I was looking at was the default period, which is, like the last month, not the last calendar month, the last month from the dates that Etsy had data. Now, Etsy's only given you data up to like 3 days ago. It takes a little while to compile the most recent data. So I made the changes a week ago. So the changes we're going to see are only going to be, it's only going to be a small snapshot of like a few days of the change, but we can see if there's been any positive or negative changes by, and I'll show you how to get to this page, but this was from my screenshot from last week. When I looked for that time period for my listings showing up for the word corgi, and the listing that I changed is the one that you see at the top here, and we saw it had 340 impressions at position, ranking on position 187 on Etsy with 4 visits, and Etsy was only showing me up because it saw corgi in the title. It wasn't seeing things in the tag. So I wondered if that would make a difference. I also doubled up by refreshing things, because refreshing can sometimes help as well. So to compare, all I did today is I've opened that with the same default time period. So basically there's going to be an overlap of 3 weeks, because I can't get a whole lot of data just looking at 3 days. So there's going to be like the 3 weeks plus the few extra days since I've made the changes. But have we seen any changes? So this is the default that I opened up, and yeah, I'll show you how you do this. So when you've got this page, all you need to do is, for the keyword that I'm looking at, I clicked this number here and it brings up this data again. Now the listing looks different. That's because last week I changed the photo as well. I made a few changes to see. Now, did things drop? So this is so at the same time period, a month going back, and it's only getting data up to 4 days ago. So if there's any changes, it either means that last month I was doing terrible, which I wasn't particularly any worse or better, or my changes made a difference. Now, the very first thing that I'm seeing here is I wanted to see if I could get Etsy to spot my listing, not just because we're told, if to be more relevant, Etsy needs to see the keyword in your tags and titles. Now, I did have corgi in my tags, but Etsy wasn't seeing that as a matching value. Now, Etsy hasn't told us anything about what we mean there. This could be some kind of a glitch, but I changed my tags, and now Etsy is seeing my listing because of I have corgi in the title and I have unique corgi gift as a tag. So already that's interesting. But if we look, so the number of impressions Last week, what that screen was showing was 340. This is showing 423. My position was position 187. It's now at position 180 and one more visit. I know everything's low. It's a quiet period of time. And remember, you have more than one listing and more than one keyword that's bringing in views. So that's, to me, that's pretty good. The other thing that you can do is you can look at like this month and last month. So I'm zooming down to an even smaller time period just for this month. So the impressions will be less because it's a shorter period of time. But remember, I started this last week. The position was saying position 187. That's the average position your listing seen in search for that listing seen in search for that keyword. The average position was, I've just downloaded the video. The average position was 187 and it's now at position 175. So playing around with my listing by not removing the keywords that were important, I haven't hurt my listing. I would say it's going in the right direction. Is it setting the world on fire? Definitely not. But here's a way to check. Have I made a difference? Just looking quickly at that, yes, the things that I changed have made a difference. So that is at least very good to know. We can add in your other things. Visits per impression is always kind of interesting. Yeah, 1.31. I can't remember what it was. We can go back and check. But here's the things. Now, don't spend ages looking at this. Just look. Oh, yeah, numbers are going in the good direction. They're going in the bad direction. Bear in mind, it's not just your changes that make a difference. If there's less people searching for something, you'll see less impressions. So you're looking at everything. But if your position's going up, that means Etsy's seeing a positive, it feels positive about your listing. I think that's the best way to describe it. Right, so the other thing, what should we be changing? What should we be working on today? Now, an important thing, I think, is to check that your shop's up to date. Etsy and your customer marketplace experience score do tell us that things in like a filled in about policy and stuff help your shop rank. Now, there is a myth out there that if you you've got to keep active in your shop. So change your about section, change this every 2 minutes. And that's just busy work. That's no good. But are we outdated? I don't check this as often as I should. So from your dashboard, hit this little pencil here to be able to edit things in your shop. So we want to have a look. Do I need to change any of this? Probably not just now. I'm not needle felted pet sculptures. Look, yes, these are keywords. These help search engines understand about you, whatever else. But is that good enough? If you came to my shop, would you understand? It says needle felted. It talks about sculptures, bookmarks. Hey, that's good enough. I could add more. I'm good with it. See, that sometimes when you're looking to do changes in your shop, your change in your shop could be, nah, it's good enough. So just going to check all of this. Just seeing, is there anything like sometimes I'll make a change for Christmas or something and I'll forget to remove, and I'll be sitting at this time of the year going, whoopsie, did we forget to update this? So, okay, I think I will rework this because I used to say it'd be shipped within 2 days. I don't guarantee that anymore. So because sometimes you get a lot of they're made to order rather than ready made is the best way. So we can hit this button to edit it. So let's change this a little bit. So there we go. Can't guarantee. I think that's good enough. Yeah, so I mentioned My other shop isn't active just now, so let's take that out. Definitely. Yeah, I'm not interested in saying, oh, contact me if you want me to go out and buy some different fibres that I don't like working at. I think a little explanation. I've got this in the FAQs and everywhere, but people are more likely to look here, so let's add a little something. Oh, can't spell. There we go. So answering questions people might have. How does this process work? What what happens if I don't like? Can I make changes and things? So just explaining that there. Yeah, link to my mum's shop. I think that's quite nice as well. So we'll leave that. My page hasn't loaded right, but the featured items, I could maybe change these around a little bit because I've got 3 bookmarks, and bookmarks isn't generally what I sell. I can't remember how to do this. Edit queue, that sounds like a good one. Oh, I've only got 4 featured. Okay, so I will change that later. Must have at least, okay, so I can change my featured listings. I'll come back to that. How do I stop you? Okay, do I just hit the back button? See, it's ages since I've checked these out. If I leave, okay, let's do that. In fact, let's go. Okay, listings. How do I change my featured listings? Just like this. So I want to feature ones that I'm going to pick ones that get sold a lot. I like that one because it's cute, but also another eye-catching boy, one that customers like. I don't want to feature, it's a great picture. I don't want to feature big listings because I'm a little bit fed up of making them. You are a popular boy, so we'll add you to the featured. There we go. And then hopefully when we come back to this, I can then change these up a little bit. Are you not there? You're not there. Did I have to save it? We're all learning at the same time. Okay. Listings. Did I not save it? Are you not featured? You are featured. Let's throw in another one as well anyway. Cat, yeah, black cat, because that does well around about Halloween. Okay, and then refresh the page because sometimes that helps. Okay, let's. You're learning with me. I don't know what I'm doing all the time, but we've made a change anyway that's kind of good. Now, this is the kind of change that isn't necessarily going to make a massive difference immediately. Did I edit queue? Yeah, they're not showing me the other listings. Maybe it takes a little while to get spotted in there. Can I change the layout? Standard grid, mixed grid. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so Eatsy's not wanting to play ball with that. It's typical. Typical. It maybe takes a little while because these are definitely done. I'll sort that out in my own time. I'll let you know how long it took them to notice that. But anyway, you can rearrange your items if you want to. It's hardly worth it because it depends how the customer is viewing things. Reviews. I have lost track of answering the reviews, so it's an absolute pain. I think terrible. So I've got a video. You can write a caption. Okay, so this is like alt text, which I haven't done. So we'll do this. There we go, little bits. Accessibility for all buyers. So I've explained a little bit there. I should add some photos. I don't have them on this computer, so yeah, I'll probably do that. Photos of the process. That sounds cool. You can change your thing here. Mine's pretty good enough, up to date. Around the web. Oh goodness, my blog's ancient. Let's remove that. I don't really want people going there. I haven't touched it in forever. What on earth is the website? I literally don't know what that's the blog as well. Oh no, I did a free Wix website ages ago. Hey, that kind of looks good. Let's leave that. This is the problem with having a shop so old. Do I want a pattern? No. I have policies. Yep. Oh, frequently. Now, here's a good one. You can add FAQs. I just recently signed up for the German recycling laws. Lucid, that's it. So I've included that. Got some things. There we go. So I think everything is pretty much as about up to date. I'll change the featured listings in my own time, so you're not sitting watching me attempt to wrestle with Etsy. But I think that's just a cool thing to be doing for today, to get right in there and check that your shop makes sense, especially your announcement. What's at the top of the shop. Let them know things. This is one to be thinking about. If you're starting to get busy already, say what happens in the busy period. Some years what I've done is I've come back and I've said, I have only 4 spots for custom listings for this month. Order now if you want it by such and such a time. It's a scarcity, but it's also a, Pam, let's not kill yourself by getting too many orders in. So you can do things like that. Encourage people that they need to buy by this time if they want to guarantee for this time, basically. So yeah, just get in there, play around, sort out your shop just to make sure of what people are saying. This is also a really good time to look at your banner. Do you want to make a banner that's a bit more... Do you want to make some banners that are maybe going to be more festive, make a Halloween one or stuff? Do you want to feature different things? I definitely am thinking of changing my banner. That might be something I'll do in future. And the other thing I will suggest for next week, you potentially want to look at making some videos. I have made some videos on how to make quick listing videos on Canva. So just make yourself up a few of them, because we're going to try something fun from next week. I know I bang on about videos all the time. A slideshow, collage, all sorts of things. we're going to try something there. So, but anyway, I hope this helps. Let me know if the changes are helping you. This isn't one necessarily that'll help you rank. So if you're wanting to work on editing your listings, you want to check back with some of the old summer camp and perhaps work through and change another listing that needs a bit of love, I will be doing that this afternoon, finding some low-hanging fruit, tweaking it somewhat. Anyway, hope that helps. See you next week.